Welcome back once again to the Simple 1500 series. Today, we're looking at even more games, volume 75 to 84. That's what we're looking at today. And there's some interesting ones here. As always, I find that the later half of the Simple 1500 series is way more interesting than the first half, in my opinion, just because there's a bit more variety with each set that I do. So yeah, let's just jump right in, and I hope you enjoy the video. Now, the first game I'm going to be talking about is obviously going to be Volume 75, which is the double shooting Raystorm X Ray Crisis, and it features two games. It features Raystorm and Ray Crisis. Both of them are 3D or 2.5D. It looks like 3D to me. A 3D scrolling vertical shooter, horizontal shooter, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's what to say about this game? It's okay. It's much easier than the typical scrolling shooters that I've played in the past. I find it quite easy in comparison, which is nice to me. It's a nice beginner-friendly kind of game. But if you work it into these games, and I like the perspective. I like the 3D environments, 3D models. It's good. And I think both games are fine. Both games are played slightly differently. You can pick like various different ships to play as, and each of them have a different shooting style, which is kind of cool. So it has a lot of variety there in that case, and make things more interesting. And yeah, I think in terms of like a vertical shooter, this game's pretty reasonable. I find quite a lot of the times these games to be completely unreasonable, but this one, not too bad if I be completely honest. The next game I'm going to be talking about is Volume 76, The Dodgeball, which did get released outside of Japan. And I always ask the question, why? Why this game in particular? Why pick a dodgeball game? Maybe they didn't have much to translate, maybe that's what it was. Because this game is terrible. I'm not even joking, it's not good. It's not a good game. As a dodgeball game, now I'm gonna put this out there, right? As a dodgeball video game, it's fine. But what I'm saying is dodgeball as a video game formula doesn't work. It's not particularly fun. Like, I don't see the point of dodgeball video games is what I'm saying. Because I played two. How many have I played? Two. I played two. So I played this one and I played the Simple 2000 one as well. And both of them don't really play very well. They always seem to have the CPU be like ridiculous difficulty. Like you barely even be able to hit them. And then they come at you, and then when you throw them at the opponent, you don't seem to be able to throw particularly strong throws at all. So, once again, this could always work with having the camera not follow the goddamn ball. You're in a court. It's like tennis. Imagine if in tennis, you played some tennis games, right? I'm going to guarantee that you've seen or played some tennis games in your time. Imagine if the camera was zoomed in on the ball and followed the ball. You'd be pissed off and it would play like dog shit. So why is it okay here? Zoom the camera out, see the entire court, no issues. But yeah, so that's Dodgeball. It's not particularly good. The next game I'm going to be talking about is Volume 77, The Sue, which also translates as The Swimming, and this is the weirdest video game I've played in a long while. Wow. So yeah, imagine if you made a swimming video game, and imagine if it made no fucking sense. And I'm not joking, it makes no sense at all. I'm doing what the game wants me to do, and it's just not working. It comes up with a danger message every time, and then it's game over. Like, I can't even finish a lap of me going a lap of the pool. I can't even finish it because by the time my character gets in the pool, he has like a mild seizure and drowns. Oh, something. I don't know. What's that danger message mean? You tell me. What does that danger message mean? Look, here we go. We're going. We're swimming. And what happened there? There we go. Just keep going. Nope. Here we go. No, nothing. But it's just really strange. Look, the game even tells you how to play the game. But when you go into the game and try to play, it just doesn't work. It's like it comes up with this danger message, and then suddenly your character drowns or something. I don't even get it. I don't even understand what's happening. It just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I don't know. This game is just fucking strange. It is the strangest. The next game is Volume 78, The Zero Yawn. I'm not going to say much about this game because there isn't really much to say. It's a racing game, but not the racing game you would think. It's basically where you start out at the beginning and you drive, I don't know, all of about 2 minutes, and then that's it. Game over. Just straight. Like a drag race. That's what they call them, right? I'm not familiar with racing that much. Drag race. So here you go. Timer goes off. You drive. You move. You're trying to build up speed. You shift up gear. Trying to, get there. You hit the 50-meter mark. You hit the, whatever 50 mile an hour. And then you go like that. 2 seconds. And you lose. Okay, no seriousness. That's all the game is. It's just drag racing, right? And it looks like there's a lot of cars you can unlock and play, but there's not much game here, to be honest. When the game itself is literally just drag racing like this, there's not much to go on, really. I thought it was not very good, just because, again, it's just lack of, their lack of. But yeah, that's the Zero Yawn. There's not much to it besides what I've just said. It's, yeah. Volume 79, The Shisen Show. Now, you may be wondering, why are you silent? Well, what do you think? Look at this. It's a puzzle game, and I fucking hate puzzle games because I'm shit at them. Now, I did understand what I'm supposed to do in this game, at least, right? You're supposed to match up tiles with other tiles of the same one. For example, let's have a look here. You see the T? You can quite blatantly see the T. I could match up those two, but that pink crystal's in the way. So I've got to try and get rid of the pink crystal to then be able to get rid of the two T's, for example. And you see, look, I can go for those two T's, but unfortunately the pink crystal's in the way. Now, this game's okay. You could do a Mahjong version of it. It's what features on the front cover as well, the Mahjong version. And yeah, it's doable. It gives you a time limit. I'm not quick. I'm not smart enough or quick enough to figure out all of them in that length of time. I'm just my cognitive ability is very low. But it might be to do with the fact that I don't really understand sometimes exactly the things I can do and can't do in this game. Like, I think there is a pattern, but again, it's in Japanese. You're gonna be able to understand. You just have to kind of wing it and hope for the best. Like that's pretty simple. Pretty easy to go for that one. But for some reason, I can't do that. I can't do the 2 chow there. Maybe I can once I get rid of that 4 that's next to the cho. But whatever. It's okay. It's an okay puzzle game. It's not really my type of game. The next game is Volume 80, The Jin Tori Volified 1500, also known as Quix Neo in America. And yeah, you probably recognize this type of game. You might have seen it before. I'm familiar with it from Urban Constructor, if you remember me playing that, part of the Phoenix games. It's hard. These games are hard, and it's effectively speaking what I consider to be a puzzle game, I guess. But you see, basically what you got to do is you got to basically take up a certain percentage of the area of play, but you've got these things jumping around trying to kill you and trying to destroy you. You got this like mechanic centipede trying to kill you. You got this little lobster friends, parasite friends that are trying to get rid of you as well. So I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to cut a circle, or maybe I'm supposed to get the blinking gray square in the center to complete it. I probably do, but it's not. It's a lot harder than it looks. It really is. If you think this looks easy, it's a lot harder. You gotta kind of plan and try and think, okay, when can I move? Where do I move? How can I do this? It's just not as easy as all that. But as a game, it's okay. It's fine. It's not really my type of game. Once again, a lot of I'm very specific with my type of games, but yeah, it's not too bad as a little puzzle game. Okay, Volume 81. Woo! The Renai Adventure Okade! Right, it's a visual novel. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What is there to say? It's a visual novel. It's developed by Whonex, the same people that make all the bloody visual novel crap. Whether it's Whonex or Whonex working with SNEO, who cares at this point? So yeah, it's a visual novel. I think, from what I could gather, just from what I was seeing, is you're a teacher who goes to, like, I think maybe somewhere like Okinawa, some remote Japanese island, and to teach, basically. And yeah, obviously I'd imagine probably some precarious situations with your students probably happen, right? That's how these games tend to go, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a visual novel. What else is there to say besides that, you know? The next game I'm going to be talking about is Volume 82, also known as the Sensui-kan, also known as the Submarine. I'd imagine that translates as the Submarine. And yeah, you play in a little like RC kind of toy submarine in your I don't know, in your granddad's pond or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's a fine little game. It's developed by Tomcat System, which I believe is the same developers as the RC helicopter game. So, and I'm be honest, it's pretty apparent that it is, because it has very similar game structure. You know, go through these rings, go and collect these items, go and do these activities. You know, with that game, it was like remove cans. In this one, it's like free these submarines from the kelp or weeds or whatever these are. And you can shoot, which is cool, but it's not great. The controls are strange as hell. Really, really strange controls, and it doesn't help when you've got this battery life meter in the corner, and you're like, oh damn it, I'm not gonna do this, but just because of the battery life. Like there, like why? What? You telling me I can't bump into the thing to free him either? You know what I mean? It's just like, oh okay. It's very finicky, and like I said, unlike the RC helicopter where the controls were not too bad and they fit with what you were doing, this game the controls are just strange, just really weird. But then again, name many games where you're controlling a submarine. You know what I mean? There's not many. So yeah, it's okay. I think it's fine as a game. It's fine, you know, fun little distraction. But fundamentally, I don't think it fits particularly well with a complex control scheme. The next game I'm going to talk about is easily my favorite game in this collection. You know, from volume 75 to 84, easily my favorite game out of those select games, and that is the Wakeboard. Burn Strick Wakeboarding, Volume 83, and it's really good. It's a really good wakeboarding game. I've never played a wakeboarding game. I've played this one before as part of the Simple Shit series back in the day, but I've never played any other wakeboarding game besides this game, and it just works really, really well. It's a lot of fun. It's very fast-paced. Basically, in each level, you just gotta go through. You do laps of this level, obviously, laps of this course, and you've got to get a certain point ratio. And you can do this by collecting these rings, become the Sonic and collect the rings, or by going up the ramps. If you go up the ramps, you automatically do a trick. But obviously, some ramps are bigger than others. Some are quite small, and it's not always easy to go for these ramps. But like I said, I gotta admit, it's a lot of fun. It is so much fun to play this game. So easy to just pick up and play as well. Yeah, I haven't really got a bad thing to say about this game. If I be completely honest, I wouldn't mind actually having a complete full playthrough of it at some point. I enjoyed it that much, you know. Again, I haven't played any other wakeboarding game in my life, but this is a lot of fun, and I recommend it to anyone. And here we have the final game I'm going to be talking about today, Volume 84, the Intro Quiz. Yes, it's a quiz game, and it's in Japanese, meaning I had no clue what I was doing. Yeah, I got maybe one question right in the whole entire game, or something like that. Basically, but I can give you the premise of what it is. Basically, you listen to a MIDI version, a MIDI sample of a song, and you got to try and guess what that song is. Obviously, the songs are going to be you're going to have some Japanese classics in there. You know, if Plastic Love came up, I'd probably or Telephone Number, I'd probably know it. I'd be like, oh yeah, I know what that is. But then again, I probably wouldn't get it right because it'll be in Japanese on there. So. So yeah, it's a quiz game. There isn't really much else to say besides that. Again, you just listen to the little little music sample that's not in very good quality, and then just trying to guess what the song is, and that's the whole entire game. Yeah. And that's all we have time for in terms of 1500 games today. Covered another 10 volumes, you know. We covered volumes 75 to 84, so it's pretty good. All of these games worked when I played them as well, so I didn't have to skip any, luckily. Yeah. Once again, we had a variety of games. You can't say that this wasn't a variety of games. I mean, the caliber of games may be a bit lacking in some regards, but I think as a whole, not too bad. Obviously, my favorite, as I stated previously, was the wakeboarding. That's a good game. I definitely recommend anyone to have it. At least give that game a go. It's really a lot of fun. Besides that, the Ray Storm, the double shooting game at the beginning, was pretty good as well, surprisingly. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think of these games. Did you play any of these games? What do you think of them? You know, just let me know. I always love hearing back from people on, you know, your experience with these games, what you know about these games. I love to hear it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.